Yo, how are you all? Hey, Mr. Oddity, the Sosa boy. I don't know what WSG stands for. Welcome in. Hey, William. Hey, Zezel. Hey, Corsair. I forgot how to turn the chat, make the actual words in the chat bigger. It's like very small for me. I feel like there's a way and I can't remember. Let me know how the audio is, because I've got my computer down here instead of the laptop and I didn't have a chance to like get all the settings off of the old laptop. So if stuff sounds weird, something's too loud or something's too soft, please just let me know. I swear there's a way to like make the font bigger. Appearance? Audio sounds good so far. How's the music? Is it loud enough? Can you hear it? I know a lot of times I have the music really low because I don't like loud music. I wish you could like make it bigger in actual OBS. Whatever, it's fine. Hold, control, and scroll with the mouse dial. I'm not sure. Let me try the. Yeah, it doesn't work in the OBS program. It works on like browser though. Ayo, goalie. Music good level. If anything, it could come down slightly. I can definitely do that. Let me bring it down just a little bit. Okay, I brought it down some. Hopefully that's okay. I swear there has to be a way. And I can't. I've done it before, now I can't remember how I did it. Good morning, Savar. Okay. It's good to be back, even though I was only gone for 1 week. It's a pretty hectic week for me. Hey, Dark. Let me do my intro. What's up? YouTube Live. Welcome back to another stream. My name is Chris, aka Terrible Hime, here with another fitness and life and anything Q&A session where we just hang out and chat. And maybe I was thinking maybe I'll do some arms today. I'm not sure. I am a fitness enthusiast, no longer a certified personal trainer, but I would consider myself somebody that knows a good deal about fitness, health, nutrition, weightlifting, etc. So feel free to ask or leave a comment if you are watching this video later. I've been working out for 10 years, plus I am currently on a weight loss phase, and I almost exclusively lift weights and nothing else. And yeah, welcome to the stream. So happy to have you here. Your support really does mean so much for me. And you know, let's just hang out. Oh, select start. Settings. Oh. So I went to file, settings, accessibility, and it didn't seem like there was a like I don't even think I can like show you all. And it doesn't seem like there's a way. I don't know. Yeah, there's no start button. Hey James, I'm doing well. Yeah, I mean, as well as can be expected. In accessibility on OBS in the settings, the only thing I can see is like changing the colors, but it doesn't say anything about changing the font size. Google lied, damn you. You love the pants? Thank you. So these are some of my bombshell pants. Oh, I also brought down my heels. We might get into some posing today. I've been like kind of struggling with posing lately. I've been practicing a little, but because I'm having an issue with my back, I guess I can do like updates. I'm still losing weight. I'm still in a weight loss phase. My weight is still going down. I'm using macro factor to tell me, did I bring my phone down here? I don't know, I guess not. I don't know where I put it. I'm using macro factor to tell me my macros, and I'm logging my food in there. I'm logging my weight, my body weight weigh-ins, and it is still going down, trending downwards, but my calories keep getting reduced every week. And yeah, I'm having like overall I feel okay. The workouts are okay. I'm very tired, but that's like, you know, it's not that big a deal. I feel hungry in the mornings. My calories right now are a little bit more than 1600, like 1630, although I don't really like aim to get exactly that amount every day, but I'm a little hungry in the mornings because I prefer to eat more at night. I'm a little tired throughout the day. I've increased my caffeine intake. Workouts are a bit of a struggle. I'm still doing them. Hey Georgie, welcome back, thank you. I'm not specifically practicing for a show, just practicing in general. I am going to do the Aesthetic Physique Enthusiast Classic, the Ape Classic, but it's kind of a casual internet thing. It's not like official. I don't really know how to explain it. It's being put on by friends from Twitch, and they have two categories. One is like a transformation challenge where you can submit like whatever you do for yourself. There's not really any pressure about it. Another one is like a posing thing where people can submit posing routines. I don't know, I was thinking about doing that, but I'm just like really having a hard time with the posing lately. Is there an appearance option in the options? I mean, if I go to File, Settings, go to Appearance, and it's like the theme and the style, and that's it. So I only have one theme available, and like I can change the style, but it doesn't really like help. The actual like, ooh, bright. The actual like size of the font doesn't change. It's going pretty well. I don't know if we're gonna go see Deadpool at all. Honestly, I had no idea it came out this weekend, but I'm not really like a theater movie person, and if I was gonna see it, I probably wouldn't see it on like opening weekend, but you know, we might go see it at some point. We do have a theater that's pretty nice. Control plus or control minus, let me see. Oh yes, that worked. Oh my god, thank you so much, William. No, the control plus worked. Thank you so much. I'm gonna even like go bigger. Hell yeah, now I can really read it. Nice, thank you so much. I need to write that down. I have sticky notes over here. I'm not writing on the wall. Bad gamer. Yeah, so I had originally planned to do this like posing part of the Ape Classic, but I'm really having issues with my lats It looks comfy. I will tell you, this bra is really not comfortable. It's like really digging into my back and my traps, but you know, I love my bombshell leggings and they are fitting much nicer now that I've lost some weight, which I love. These are a size large. I usually order a size large even when I am, like for people that are interested in buying, which, you know, maybe not a whole lot of people in the chat right now, but if you're watching this, you're like, oh, I like those leggings. They are from Bombshell Sportswear. I personally would not suggest buying from Bombshell unless you have at least 15% off, because they do run coupons quite, I would say regularly, not all the time, but like regularly they have 15% off. If you can get more than 15% off, that's even better. I wear a size large. I'm usually about 40 inches bust, 30-inch waist, and 40-inch hips. And I think the large fits me pretty well. I can wear them when I'm bulking and I can wear them when I'm cutting. They are very stretchy, and even when I am at my heavier end, it doesn't feel like they cut into my stomach, which is something I really dislike because I'm very sensitive. I like they don't have any elastic in the waistband also. You can get pockets, these have pockets, and they're actually like quite, they fit my whole phone, which is quite large. I just don't have it with me right now. They fit my whole phone and they hold onto it pretty well. And the thing that makes these like so high quality is that these stripes are not printed on. They are sewn in with the same fabric that makes up this upper part, and this mesh part down here, I don't know if you can tell, but the lower part here and in between these is stretch mesh. Yeah, 40, 30, 40. I wish my waist was smaller, but I just don't have that small of a waist. So yeah, those are, yeah. If you're on the fence about what size to get, I would say size up, because they do, I wouldn't say they're like compression pants, but they're quite tight. But this bra is like killing me right now. I don't know if you can see it digging into my traps. Anyways, I was saying I've had some issues with my, it's kind of like my shoulder, tricep, lat area on this side. When I do pull downs, like just doing this motion doesn't really hurt, but when I like squeeze with weight, I can feel some pain inside. Hey Owen, thanks for stopping by. So I'm having a little bit of trouble like activating my lats. I haven't been working out my back very hard lately. I'm having some trouble activating my lats sometimes. Hey Mopar. So a lot of times, like the bodybuilding division that I was like going to emulate is figure, and I just like, I'm having a hard time, like they do this thing where they like bring their kind of arms up and then like kind of like come out into their relaxed pose. It's really difficult for me to like engage my lats. Like I can do this here and hold it, but to like come up and out is very difficult. When your clothes become uncomfortable, do you toss them or hold on to them because you flex so much? Depends on the type of clothes. So recently I did declutter a lot of leggings that were like size small. Actually, a lot of them were like very new, barely worn. I mailed them to JD Gaines because she's smaller than I am. But usually I will keep medium, large, and extra large leggings. And it does also depend on the fit of the company. If it's really tight in the legs and the butt, I probably won't keep them. I prefer things to be a little bit more snug in the waist and have some extra room in the legs and the butt, because that's kind of like the area that I need the space in. I don't like it when pants like hold my butt in too much. That feels uncomfortable to me as well. But a lot of like my tops and stuff, like my normal IRL clothes is like very oversized, so I could just wear that all the time. But yeah, I got up to like 170 pounds right before going on to vacation. I think are right around there, and that's pretty high for me. I would prefer not to get that high anymore, but I kind of bulked out of control, to be honest. But that's okay. It wasn't like that big a deal, but I was not feeling like very comfortable at that weight, so kind of would rather not do that anymore, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna like step a little bit also while we're here. I tried to set up another camera and it just like wasn't really cooperating with me today, so we won't bother with trying to use that. Still, like if you weren't here a couple weeks ago when the stream cut out prematurely, the laptop I've been streaming on for like the past 4 years or so, it's kind of like crapping out. I think just the amount of peripherals, extra cameras and keyboards and mouse and stuff like that, I think it's just having a hard time, and basically all the peripherals gave out and the camera cut out and stuff like that. So the computer still turns on, it's still kind of working, but I decided to bring my former gaming PC down here to the basement, and I bought myself a new gaming PC, which is quite aesthetic, working very nicely. Purple's really nice color, thank you. I do really like this color. I like a lot of the colors they have. Look very lean but fit, if that makes sense. Yeah, for sure, thank you. I do feel leaner. I'm down about 10 pounds. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's hard for me to see the weight loss, but I can tell my clothing is not as tight and stuff like that. I used to have like a pretty bad, not a big deal. I used to have a little bit of skin rolling over the top of my leggings, which wasn't really my favorite thing, but you know, it is what it is. So I think my face also looks a lot slimmer, but I don't really like that. Colorless gun on you, thank you, Zezel. Yeah, the workouts have not really been great lately. I'm still doing them. I get really gassed. I'm having a hard time. My squat, my bench, everything is dropping. Your laptop seems like the only way to go if you're doing gaming video editing or something. No, I mean, since I'm not really going to be moving this setup anymore, I don't even want to use a laptop anymore. I'm just gonna use a desktop PC. Gotta start doing face day. Start doing face day. I don't want my face day any leaner. Hey Night, what's up, Lou? Yeah, I am. The reason I had the laptop for streaming was because I was moving it around before. You know, I was doing, sometimes I did crafting streams, I did the workout streams, sometimes I did cooking streams, but I don't really plan to do that anymore. So since it's stationary, I would rather just have a whole ass PC. So that's what we're streaming on now. I wonder if this thing is counting my steps when I do this. Like my Fitbit. Yeah. Anyways, you know, I was thinking about this. I didn't ask in the Discord if anybody had anything specific they wanted to talk about. So if there is something you wanted to talk about, just jump in and let me know. But this was something that I was thinking about. Desktop with wheels to roll it around. Well, I mean, I'm not doing other stuff with this computer anymore. It's just gonna be for streaming and for like when I'm working out to log my workouts. Yeah, I was thinking about this kind of like conceptually over the past week or so. Like when you want to make a change in your body, and it's not just like weight loss, you know, it's like if you want to build muscle, if you want to gain weight in general, not just like in muscle, or you want to lose weight, you have to make yourself uncomfortable in some way or another, and usually in multiple ways. And you have to figure out what ways you are willing to make yourself uncomfortable. So for me, when it comes to fat loss, I'm willing to make myself uncomfortable by eating less and by tracking food. I'm not willing to make myself uncomfortable by doing cardio, at least not yet. I'm also not willing to pay for like meals. Do you know what I'm saying? So I do all my own cooking and meal planning and stuff like that. I'm also not willing to spend money to take like weight loss prescriptions, something like that. So we all have to like figure out, when you want to make a change with your body, you have to figure out like what you are willing to do to make that change. First day back lifting in months. Damn, Ryan, get back at it. Hell yeah, gamer, going to bed hungry on the regular. See, I'm the opposite. I stay hungry all morning and I have most of my food, like 2/3 of my food at night. Maybe half to 2/3 of my food at night, because I don't like to go to bed hungry. But I can distract myself in the morning with work and whatever. So, yeah. And if you're somebody that's like, I need to gain weight, you have to make yourself uncomfortable by, you know, maybe eating foods you don't really like, or maybe eating more than you would like in order to put that weight on. You know, maybe you have to reduce your activity level. You know, if you're the kind of person that's like an athlete, training really hard for something, burns a lot of calories, you know, in order to keep your weight or gain weight, you're gonna have to eat even more. As long as the hunger doesn't keep you awake, you're okay with it. If that starts to happen, she'll start doing the Hime approach. Yeah, but didn't your calories increase this week though? Mine went down a little bit. So I'm about, I think 1630. I don't know what I did with my phone, but I don't have it with me apparently. But my calories for this week are about, I think less than 1650. But I can still work with that. 2008, a great year. Yeah, anyways, those were just some musings I had throughout the week. You know, some people want to lose weight, right? But they don't want to track their food. And if you don't want to track your food, that's totally valid, but you have to find another way to put yourself in a calorie deficit. You know, and in order to do that, you might have to pay for meals, you know, have a meal service. You might have to pay a personal trainer to give you a meal plan, so they would be calculating the macros for you. Maybe you don't want to track your food every day, but maybe once a week you track and come up with a meal plan so you stay in your calorie deficit. Or you go on an elimination diet, which is personally not my favorite. Could also, a lot of people will do a combination of diet and exercise. For me personally, I just don't think it would be possible to offset If I kept my diet exactly the same, I don't think I could offset that with activity enough to lose weight. It's always an equal compromise to be made, being comfortable in the uncomfortable and doing things differently. It was one of the main challenges with clients, yeah. It's like saving money. You don't have to track what's coming in or going out, but sure does make it a lot easier. Yeah, for sure. You can't just live your life as you were, go to the gym, expect to lose 100 pounds. Yes, definitely. Yeah, and I mean, another option is to use drugs to help you lose weight. But if you don't have like a medical need for those prescriptions, like you're gonna be paying a significant amount of money. Hey Hero, I'm doing well. So it's all a trade-off, you know? And personally, I won't shame somebody for going that route either way. There's no judgment for me. We all have our own lives to live, and if that's what you choose to do, like the way I see it, you are still hopefully making a change for the betterment of your health, and not just specifically for the way you look. Of course, you know, I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I work out for health, because I don't think that I'm actually that healthy. I work out for appearances. So like I have no moral ground to stand on in that sense. I certainly do a lot for just the sake of how I look, you know? So I wouldn't judge somebody who is going to pay money to lose weight to look a certain way. I mean, I'm on meds that reduce my hunger, but that's just a side effect, for sure. But I mean, I think, and it's still, this is me, in no way is this a judgment. If you're taking a medication for something else and one of the side effects is that it reduces your hunger, and you lose weight as a side effect of that, but you like that side effect, like that's honestly a bonus in my opinion, and it's kind of whatever. Which is why you work physical performance to look toned at least. Toned is a very like BuzzFeedy fake term. Yeah, and it's one that most fitness professionals, not that I'm really a professional, don't like, because it's what companies use to try to get people to spend money. What most people mean when they say they want to look toned is they want to lose body fat and increase their muscle size. So like if you want to look like you are athletic, or you want to look like you are physically fit, I think that's usually a better term. Yeah, it is a step machine of some kind. I honestly wouldn't really recommend it. I don't think it's that good, but I spent about like $50 on it. It's honestly, this specific brand, maybe they have better ones out there. Maybe they're better, and maybe I didn't set it up correctly, but it has a tension adjuster that doesn't stay tensed, unfortunately. Right. Yeah, and that's totally valid. I'm just commenting on the toned verbiage, is that there are better descriptors for that. What most people mean when they say toned is they just want to be skinnier. But yeah, this is a stepper. I know it's not really in the shot, but I'm trying to get more of my body in the shot. It is a very nice, like compact little cardio machine to have if you are low on space. But yeah, this one in particular is not that great. It still works, just not that great. I was honestly very tempted to get like a spin bike. There was one that was on sale during Prime Day that for like $450, which is like honestly not like that bad for like a decent quality exercise bike. But I am just not the kind of person that will do cardio straight up. So I decided against it. Sometimes I see things and I think to myself, this would be good. I would use this. And then I think to myself harder. I sit on it. I don't jump the gun right away. I sit on it and I think about it. And I'm just like, will I actually really use this? And most of the time for like these exercise machines, specifically cardio machines, the answer is no. Always wanted one of those elliptical machines. Ellipticals are good because they are very low impact on your joints, but they are huge. They take up a lot of space. Yeah, also I have a treadmill. It's just also huge, so it's very hard to maneuver. I thought maybe like, what if I made it so that I could walk on the treadmill, but it's also very loud. Killing it, thank you, Alex. Yeah, but right now with my weight loss, I'm basically like losing weight through diet alone. You quite like your walking pad. I also thought about getting a walking pad because they're only like $200, but then I was just like, I have a treadmill. I like elliptical because you can't run on a treadmill. You like ellipticals because you can't run on a treadmill. You have something that keeps you from using a treadmill, is what you're saying? You quite like your walking, okay, yeah. Pretty much the only thing I want now is a hack squat leg press machine. You have a lot of nice equipment in your gym. It is nice to have like dedicated leg machines so you don't have to do like only squats or only lunge variations. Love to try those wall climber machines. Is it the one that's like a rock climbing wall that rotates, or do you mean the one that looks kind of like a Stairmaster, but it's like bars and you climb it like that? Scrotal Torque Master, just balance. You feel like you're gonna fall off if you run on it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Man, I should have taken like a congestion pill or something before stream. I always forget. I'm also not a runner. So like, even if I was going to do like more dedicated cardio, I would not be running. Sometimes I want to be a running girl, but I'm not. That's not the life that I live. Honestly, aside from like this situation with my back, my joints and stuff are feeling really good, all things considered, you know? I'm taking like a literal handful of vitamins and minerals and supplements a day. I'm taking like collagen powder, fish oil, and I think it's working because, yeah, I'm just like, my elbows feel pretty fine. My knees feel pretty fine. My back feels pretty okay. My stomach is pretty okay. So yeah, even when I was doing like, I would get some elbow situation when I was doing squats, heavier squats before vacation. But you know, if I keep it kind of to a minimum, it doesn't get too bad. Yeah, leg press is pretty much the only dedicated machine you'd want. Maybe a hip thrust machine if you have room left. I would love a hip thrust machine. I actually tried to do hip thrusts on my leg extension and it was pretty awful. It was very hard to like get in and out of, and it was not effective. I thought I was feeling it in my glutes, but I don't think I was. You've been taking a ½ pound of bacon in the morning and you can feel your toes dying? Oh my God. Bruh. But yeah. So I've just been like not not really been able to engage my lats so well because of my back situation. Also, my shoulders are lagging, as always. I want to be able to, it's something I see a lot of competitors do. They have really elegant hands and they bring them up. And then like flare their lats. I have a really difficult time doing that because of how I usually flare my back. I usually like come up this way. So for me to like come out is very like hard. Yeah, the stick. I'm trying to. I also have a very hard time with like a side pose because I'm not that flexible this way. So for the women's, I think it's like you kind of offset your feet for figure. I'm not facing the camera very well. This is truly awful lighting. But are you into growing your socials anymore? I mean, I'm not happy with where I'm at, but I just don't think that I care that much anymore. I simply like don't have the mental energy to do what I need to do in order to grow. And I think that I have just accepted that, you know. I just like don't feel like I care anymore about growing my socials, and I don't really have, yeah, it's not that I don't have the resources. I couldn't do it. I just don't want to. Like the kind of wall climber machine, maxi climber. Let me see. Oh, I see. I've never tried one of those. I was thinking like one of the big climber machines that you see at like a gym, but that's definitely something compact that you can use at home. I think it's also a little it's difficult for me to like stay, and this is like, I'm very self-motivated when it comes to like fitness. I can work out by myself. I can like self-serve when it comes to like programming. Nowadays I can like workouts, food, stuff like that. But when it comes to like social media, if I don't really have any friends to like talk to about it or like bounce ideas off of or anything like that, I just like do not feel motivated. And I also just like don't have anyone kind of in the same niche that, you know, I can really collaborate with. I have my one friend that lives maybe like an hour away, but the stuff she does for social media is more like fashion and less fitness. It's a little bit of fitness, but not a ton. Yeah, I'm just like feeling tired. I do still post on Fansly for those who are interested in that kind of content. But it's not really at the caliber that it used to be. I was very like happy with the content I was making like late last year and earlier in this year, but I kind of just like don't really have the motivation to do that much there either. So I have like one you can follow, or you can subscribe for $5 a month and get some content. It's just like not a ton. Hey Hackbro, how you doing? But yeah. I've also just been playing a lot of Minecraft lately, like straight up. I've been really enjoying Minecraft and playing Minecraft with my friends. Sometimes I think about making a second YouTube channel just for Minecraft stuff, but I don't know. I don't necessarily want to turn a hobby I enjoy into another sort of like social media grind. You know, I can just enjoy it as a hobbyist. You are doing okay. I'm glad to hear that. I like when I do this, I don't even have my phone to show you an example. I don't know what I did with my phone, but I can't like bring my arms up elegantly and then like engage my lats. Like I have to do it like this, but I'm trying to practice like doing something nice with my arms. I'm like so awkward. I'm very awkward. I'm also really bad at transitions. The lighting doesn't help. It washes me out. I think a lot of people go through a phase where they get tired of something and need a break, or take it a little easy to get it going with passion again. Yeah, I mean, I'll also say this is why another reason why I don't compete is because dieting is very mentally taxing. Not just for me, I'm sure it's mentally taxing for everybody, but I find it very mentally taxing, not only because I'm hungry and stuff like that, and low energy from being low calories, but I spend a lot of time like thinking about what I'm going to eat, and thinking about cooking, and thinking about like grocery shopping and stuff like that, more so than normal, because I can't just pull something out of the fridge and throw it in a bowl of ramen, because I don't have the calories to do that anymore. I have to be a little bit more regimented. So yeah, it's something else that causes a little more mental fatigue than normal. So I do appreciate people that continue to follow me on my other social media platforms and here on YouTube, even though I'm not really posting too many dedicated YouTube videos anymore. But I'm gonna try to keep up with the YouTube live streams outside of like work obligations, because I do have like some work things coming up that's going to keep me from streaming. But I mean, outside of that, I would like to keep up with the live stream so I can like check in with you all, and we can chat and stuff like that. But yeah, everything else is kind of just gone to the back. Social media is very taxing for you as well. You hope you find the s'mores ramen when you're off your diet. I actually did find one, but unfortunately it's much higher calories than the other one, so I don't think I'll be able to eat it anytime soon. It was like 400 something calories, but I did find one single s'mores ramen. Yeah, social media is taxing. And I don't find myself posting for fun. I can't post for fun. I'm kind of like all or nothing when it comes to like social media. Although, I mean, YouTube is a little bit different. It's just like editing takes so long, and it's unfun to edit stuff. I would like to make another planner video about where my system is at 6 months into the year, because we're past the halfway point. Check in with that, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I didn't put together, I filmed everything for a haul of all the cosmetics and makeup stuff I bought in Japan. Did not edit it. I didn't film any of the Gundam stuff. I didn't film any of the toys. I haven't been putting together a vlog. I'm very intimidated by the amount of content I got, but a lot of it is like very shoddy, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, you should have, I don't think you should feel stupid about that, Mopar. I think you should, you know, you can tell yourself, you know, I didn't have the information I needed prior to now. And that's okay. It's not that big a deal. You know, but going forward, I know that I need to keep my protein intake higher in order to like maximize my output, like my fitness gains, you know? And like trying, like saying like, what if I had done this, or I wish I had done that, or, you know, I could have been doing this the whole time. Stuff like that is just gonna like get you down, you know? You can't change what happened in the past, so there's not much point in really like dwelling on it. So now you know, increasing your protein shake is helping you build strength, fueling your workouts and stuff like that, and like just move forward with it. Don't worry about what happened in the past. I mean, I worked out for an entire year, eating whatever the heck I wanted. I did not focus on, you know, eating a lot of protein either. And I came to a point where it really made a difference. And that's when I switched. But I don't look back at that time and say like, oh, I wasted so much time at the gym, or I could have been so much farther along if I had been doing this, this, and this. Like, it's not productive. Yeah, the more you know, exactly, you know? You did 10 years, no creatine. Imagine the compound interest of gains you didn't get. Yeah. But it's, yeah, there's always something that you can do better. But if you didn't do it, it doesn't help to have regrets about it. It just makes you feel bad about yourself. And that's not really beneficial, in my opinion. Just do better going forward. You know, that's that kind of a mindset. It also like, I think will help you going forward as well. To be like, you know, to be able to do things that are not in the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like for me going on vacation, you know, I could grind through workouts. I could like track my food while I'm on vacation. I could only eat high protein meals, but I would honestly, it would make my entire vacation so shitty, like it wouldn't even be worth it. So like, why bother? You know, maybe it would have pushed me a little bit farther, a little bit faster in the grand scheme of things, but like, who the fuck cares? I just want to have a nice vacation. Hey, Urban Prince. Hindsight is an anchor that will drag you down. It's all good to not worry about it. Yeah, I totally agree. I agree with that, big. And also, look, don't just take it from me. Lean Beef Patty went to Japan on vacation. She barely worked out and she didn't track her food either. So there you go. Don't just take my word for it. Lean Beef Patty said, have a nice vacation.
Ready for this?
Also have to say, like, if I tracked my food intake all the time instead of only when I'm like trying to lose weight, it would probably be so much more optimal, but it would be incredibly detrimental to my mental health. Like, sometimes you have to choose mental health gains over like strength gains or something like that. So when I get to Japan, I'm generating no content, only vibes, and possibly mercury poison from all the fish. Possibly. Yeah, I think I don't really regret taking all the video stuff I did. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know if I'll ever get around to making a vlog out of it. Sometimes I think about just like grabbing all of it and just dragging it over to DaVinci and just like kind of just mashing it all together. But who knows? There's one clip that I really love. And it's not even a food picture. Most of the stuff I got is of food, but it was like down the street from Akihabara along the Kanda River. And it was so coincidental. We were walking back towards Akihabara and I look over, I'm taking a video to get like kind of B-roll, and you can see the river and you can see 4 different trains like intersecting, like 2 going one way and another 2 going another way, and it's like so cool. So like I do have some like kind of cool footage that would be nice to put together, but yeah, I'm a lazy piece of shit. Optimal for balance is what's up. I can't read today. Yeah, I agree. That being said, my sleep schedule is actual trash and it will hold me back forever. I will never know my full potential because I can't get a good night's sleep. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It seems like this computer is really like doing the stream. It's doing like minimal CPU usage and 60 frames per second. So I'm loving that. Hopefully the quality of the video looks pretty okay. I don't know. And still, sometimes I think, what if I just made another YouTube channel and I made Minecraft content? But that's just more work. More work that I don't really want to do. Looks good, thank you. I've actually been doing, I don't want to say like, it's not necessarily like meal planning or meal prepping, but you know, if you watched any of my journaling videos, you would know that I have like a very small notebook that I use for a grocery list. It's like dated. So I've actually been kind of like brainstorming dinner ideas in there so that I can have a more concise grocery list and a better idea of like what I want to buy. And it's actually been working out really well because not only am I spending a little bit less on groceries because I'm not just going and like buying whatever looks good, but the dinner meals have been more varied and a little bit more exciting lately, which is nice, especially when you're like low calorie. So what I try to do, we will have salad once a week, but I'll switch up the protein we eat with it. I'll make some kind of soup once a week. And there's a few different ones I've been making lately. And then I make this like really good low-ish calorie potato salad. Yeah, potatoes was not really something on my radar, but been doing more potatoes lately. And the low calorie potato salad hits so good. It's like a lot of volume. And it's mostly made with Greek yogurt, fat-free Greek yogurt, with a little bit of light mayonnaise. And it's honestly really good. And it's really easy to make because I buy the small potatoes in the steamer bag. So I just put the potatoes in the microwave. I had a concept I was playing with for either a live stream or an edit. Take all your videos from a trip, in your case, the vacation, compile them into one long ass video and then react real time. That's honestly a really good idea. I mean, the way I was thinking about doing it was compiling all the stuff, or at least all the video that looks good. I'm sure a lot of it is trash. And then voiceover, like talk over it. But honestly, it might be better if I like had myself in the video. If you're saying this because you want me to steal the idea, honestly, that's like a really good idea, because I find it so awkward to try to like talk in vlogs. For me personally, like when I'm out and about, like I don't want to talk. So that's why I usually end up doing some kind of voiceover afterwards, because if I'm doing something, I'm just holding my phone and just like kind of like shuffling about. Did you say Greek yogurt mixed with mayonnaise? Yes, I did. I really like the shopping vlogs with the floor in the plant center. So much fun to watch, see other stores and selections, like travel vlogs to the store in another country. See, I like to watch that kind of stuff too. Like nothing crazy, just like what people buy at grocery stores. I don't watch as many plant shopping videos because I'm not really doing as much with plants anymore. Like I'm trying not to tempt myself to buy more plants because I'm pretty happy with the amount of plants I have right now. But I used to watch those shopping vlogs all the time. I think even the trash video would be fun to hear the reaction from. I personally find that you joking with Joey about it would be fun to watch. Oh, that's also a really good idea. Sounds nasty. You also have a call out post for you, Mr. Oddity. You are an incredibly picky eater and you don't really like a lot of foods, so I'm not surprised that that sounds nasty to you. But believe me when I tell you, Joey and I really enjoy my low-calorie potato salad, and I'm probably going to continue to make it even when we're not on a diet. You went to the zoo recently, you might do something similar, but steal away if you wanna. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you for the idea. That's honestly a really good idea. It would maybe take some of the pressure off of editing slightly. The chicken salad, you know, I have not made the chicken salad in a really long time. I should make the chicken salad. Let me write myself a note. Joey would love that. I should do that. Thank you. The chicken salad is like so good. And actually I really like to eat it on like bell pepper slices. You know, if I don't really have the extra calories for bread or even like a tortilla or anything, I'll like cut a red bell pepper into like 4 pieces and like use that as like a cup. Professional amateur. Welcome in. Hope you've been well, just popping in support. Thank you, bro, I appreciate it. The grapes, bro, yes. The grapes are really good. I like the crunch of the celery. Like the celery doesn't taste that great, but it's like crunchy and I like that. Yeah, I need to make that. I'm gonna do that. I actually have off work on Thursday, so it'd be a good time to go shopping a day early and do some like meal prepping. Damn, bro. Good call. I should make that that egg bake thing as well. The ground turkey with egg. I know you can't eat egg, but for me, for my lunches. Yeah, so usually I only plan out dinner and I'll just kind of like scrounge up a lunch of some sort. And I'll usually buy like, you know, ham or turkey in case Joey wants to make sandwiches. Sometimes I'll eat the ham or turkey, frozen dinners. Chicken salad is so good on a hot day when you don't want to cook because adding heat to the home and not feeling a hot meal. But you do have to cook the chicken. Like, I don't buy pre-cooked chicken. I'll buy like, I do have a ton of like frozen chicken breast that I should probably get rid of. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna make that for sure. 100p. Yeah, so like throughout the week, I try to do like, we do a salad, we do, I do a soup, and then other stuff I might have is like steak with a sauteed vegetable and like baked potatoes, just like a regular russet baked potatoes. Instead of sour cream and like cheddar cheese, I'll do like fat-free cheddar, melted on top, and Greek yogurt as fake sour cream. And it's really good, actually. Since I haven't eaten regular baked potatoes in so long, it's like really good. And I've been doing the potato salad. Sometimes I'll make congee, which is, if you don't know, it's like, you basically make rice, but you add way more water. So it's like very mushy and soupy, but it's a lot of volume for the amount of calories. So like whatever your normal portion of rice is, just cook it with more water and it turns it into like a soupy, stewy mixture. It's really good. I also put vegetables in that. Yeah, of course, no, I mean, but like, I would have to heat that house to cook the chicken is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I'll do chicken salad sometime this week. What else have I been making lately? I'll do like a pasta gist. I made spaghetti yesterday that was really good, actually. What I like to do is cook. So I cook the sauce and the noodles separate, but then I will transfer the noodles into the sauce so that they absorb the flavor of the sauce a little bit better. You know what I really hate? I love spaghetti. I really hate when you get that like tomato water at the bottom of your dish of spaghetti because they just dumped wet pasta onto the plate and put sauce on top. I hate that. That's not the vibe for me. So I like to cook them together. But like 2 servings of pasta is about 400 calories, which I can fit it into like dinner. So we had spaghetti yesterday. It was pretty good. Yeah, like those are the kind of meals. Oh, I was gonna make taco rice this week, which is just like a prepackaged like rice side, but I make it into like more of a dinner by adding like a ton of ground beef to it. So I start off by cooking the ground beef and seasoning it with like taco seasoning and stuff. And then I dump in the rice side and then mix it all together and cook it like normal. And then I top it with cheese, cheese and lettuce and salsa. And if I have extra calories, I'll crumble some tortilla chips on top. Yeah, 2 servings of rice with katsu chicken. My brother in Christ, your soul was so happy. Hell yeah, I love katsu so much. I think I make it pretty good at home. Of course, I love to eat it when I'm in Japan, but I think when I make it at home, it's pretty okay, honestly. I love it with curry too. I think my problem is I can't just have the katsu with the rice. Like I have to have like the katsu and the curry, and there has to be meat in the curry also, pork or chicken or beef. And then I have rice, and then I have to have an egg I have to crack an egg, like an onsen egg, a soft-boiled egg, into the curry, and then I also have to put cheese on top. It's like a whole situation. I forgot what's on the menu tonight. Oh, I think we're just doing salad tonight. Usually I do the salad on stream day because, you know, I stream it and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, bro. I mean, look, if you came to visit the USA, the US of A, and you somehow made it to my house, you know, I'll cook whatever you want. I love chicken tikka masala. We have a lot of good Indian restaurants in the area. We have no good Chinese restaurants. Well, there's one that's pretty okay, like if you like kind of takeout style Chinese food, but not like super authentic. It's pretty good. They have really big portions, but we have a lot of really good Indian places. I feel like I can't hit it very well lately. You ate 300 grams of shrimp. That's how many individual shrimp is that, bro? Yeah, I do love shrimp when I'm on a cut because it's really fast and easy and it's like a ton of protein. Yeah. But I think, I mean, well, I don't know. It depends on you. I know you don't like onions, but everybody loves my Korean potato salad, but I put onions in it. But I guess I don't have to put onions in it. I can now put onions in it, but it normally does have onions in it. 24, that's a lot of scrimps, man. Large, the big ones. Yeah, usually Korean potato salad is what I make, and galbi, which is like Korean barbecue. It's beef on the bone. I usually make that, or katsu curry. I think my curry is pretty good because I don't just use the box, right? I usually, what I'll do is I use the blender for like tomato, onion, and carrot. I'll blend it and use that as the base and then put the curry blocks in that along with meat, always extra meat. Excuse me. What else do people come over for? My meatloaf is actually really, really, really good. I don't know, if you're like a meatloaf person, I usually try to make it with like at least 4 kinds of meat, usually like beef, lamb, pork, and chicken. Sometimes if I can find bison, I will use bison instead of beef. And then I glaze it with like barbecue sauce and ketchup, but like Sweet Baby Ray's, which is like God tier barbecue sauce, best barbecue sauce. And then I also make mushroom gravy to go on top. It's really good. Yeah. You never got to hate on meatloaf? I mean, meatloaf isn't really a thing where you're from. You had it in the States, but obviously each person is a little different. Yeah. I feel like usually meatloaf has a ton of like green peppers in it, and I don't like green peppers. The little fat, so like when I make galbi, I get the cross cut. I don't prefer the big bones with the meat all around it. I prefer the cross cut, and like I chew everything off of that little piece of bone. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, I think that if you have like texture issues, like you don't like mushy meat, I can understand why you might like not like meatloaf. Or maybe you only have meatloaf that's like super dry or something like that. Maybe you don't like mushy food, or you've only had really dry meatloaf. I can see it. Like I actually really like Cracker Barrel. I don't really like their meatloaf though. I've tried their meatloaf. I don't really like it. It's got so much green pepper in it. I just am not a fan of green peppers. Meatloaf, the food versus meatloaf, the singer actor is a great way to get a beat on people you find. What else? Korean fried chicken. I also make Korean fried chicken. That's pretty good. Also, Taiwanese fried chicken. So Korean fried chicken is usually tossed in a sauce, and you know, different people make different sauces. I'll either usually do like a sweet soy sauce, or I'll do honey butter curry sauce, and you toss it. It's usually pretty like sweet and savory. But Taiwanese fried chicken is like almost the same type of fried chicken, but then you toss it in butter and onions and jalapenos with 5-spice seasoning. It's really good. We do meatloaf with ground turkey to make it more appealing. Ground turkey is so dry otherwise. Well, actually, when I make my meatloaf, I actually don't, it's mostly meat. A lot of times people do meatloaf and they do a lot of breadcrumbs. My meatloaf is usually mostly meat with a little bit of breadcrumbs and a little bit of eggs. Yeah, I don't put a lot of like other stuff in the actual meat. But built different. I've been practicing my high heel walking, by the way. Well, I got some high heels that are much easier to walk in than the other ones that I have, the other clear heels that I had. Like these I can walk in pretty well. I just don't think I have like, I don't have like the style. I think I had to take my shoes off, my socks off. Kind of miss living in this day. Shit was lit minus the shit that ain't lit. Yeah, I mean, it'd be like that. I guess I'm lucky? Question mark. When there's a type of food that I like that I can't really get, I just try to cook it. And with YouTube and stuff, it's so easy to like find cooking tutorials and recipes. So yeah, I like to do that. Yeah, so like Japanese food and Korean food. Although there are Korean restaurants in the area. There's actually a Korean fried chicken place in the area. But you know, sometimes I just don't want to go out, or sometimes it's really expensive. So I gotta figure out how to do like the sassy, like the way they turn their leg. Vince and Nancy maybe switch to figure if the wellness stage doesn't pan out. So for this competition, or for like a future well, I mean the competition. Hey Nancy. So wait, for this competition, thinking about maybe doing figure, or a competition later on, after the one you already signed up for? Which arm goes forward? Hits for 70 pound. For a future one. Hey TNT. I mean, you're gonna give it a couple shows, but you're not sure yet. If you are skinny and you're trying to gain weight, like you straight up have to just eat more. It doesn't matter like if you have a fast metabolism or whatever. You simply need to eat more or do less. I don't know. If you want a tip, eat higher calorie foods. That's the tip. Don't eat healthy. I'm not really sure what to tell you. You're gonna give it a couple shows, but you're not sure yet. I think you could definitely do really well in figure. I mean, just like where you're at, you literally do like one upper body day a week, and like your upper body is pretty well built. I think that if you put more focus on your upper body, like more focus than you do now, you could certainly get up to like more of a figure look. But I think, yeah, but the thing is that like, if you just love the look of wellness and like that's the division that you like and the figure that you like for yourself, then I think, you know, you can stick with it, you know? And it's like, you know, if like one day of upper body is still too much, you know, because we're all different, we all put on muscle differently at different rates. Like if an entire day of like upper body is still like getting you like too much, like do less. Just like throw in an exercise or two on other days instead of having like one dedicated day. You like both, but you think you need to be realistic too? I mean, I think you really have the legs for wellness, but I think we all know that like where you're slightly lacking is like your actual glutes. And you know, in your calorie deficit phase is not where you're going to be putting on a ton of muscle. So I definitely don't think that doing one wellness show right now is going to be like the best deciding factor. Do you know what I'm saying? So like maybe, you know, having that extra emphasis in your next growth cycle is going to really tell you like what you need to know. Glutes is genetics and hard for me for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can tell you the things that like help me with my glutes, but I am not your programmer. Like if it was me programming for you, I would probably do like glute day, upper body day, glute day, and then like a general lower body day, but like not have you squatting as much. We might cross over next show time and do both in one show to see what the judges think. Heading out. Okay, see you later. Dream about Katsu and try to ignore your downs. Good night, sweet Lou. Yeah. Man, these shoes really are so much easier to walk in than like the other ones I have. I just like, I feel like I look so stupid when I do stuff. What's up? How are you doing? We in this motherfucker not really doing anything, just chatting. I'm still making gains on the side though, just not on stream anymore. it to be like that. It's like I can't grow a single quad. It's so hard. But you know, other people's got the genetics for it that I don't have. I feel like you have to do this thing where you like turn your leg out so that you can kind of like show off the quad, but I feel like it looks so unnatural. Fuck yeah, chatting! Okay, now my feeties hurt. My feeties are tired. Anyways, it's so fun. Everybody's doing bodybuilding shows. The stomp, I was trying not to stomp too hard. I do like a good high heel stomp. It's kind of funny. It's not, well, I know somebody from my childhood who is now like a high heel fetish dominatrix, and it's kind of cool. My mom is religious. She's very Christian, and for a long time she worked at a church. So during the summer, this church had a summer camp, so we basically got to go to this summer camp for free. It was fine. I'm not a religious person. I have never been, even when I did go to church, because you know my mom is religious. But my counselor from that summer camp is now like a high heel stompy dominatrix, and it's kind of funny. I don't know how we found each other on Instagram. What kind of routine would you recommend for someone that's just starting out in the gym? It kind of depends on the person. And like, how many times a week do you want to work out? Like, what's your main goal when it comes to fitness and like working out? I would say for most people, for most men, I would either personally put them on a 3-day-a-week full body program. But, you know, you work your whole body 3 days a week and you have plenty of rest in between, probably like 1 day on, 2 days off, 1 day on, 2 days off, 1 day on, 2 days off. So it's not necessarily like 7-day split, but it could be, because you could go on, off, off, on, off, off, on. Is that 7 days? No, it would be on, off, on, off, off, on, off. You could do so 3 days a week, but every workout would be different. You're thinking 3 or 4 days? Yeah, so I would either do that 3 full body days a week, but each workout is a little different to emphasize different body parts. Or I would do push-pull legs 3 times a week. I personally do not recommend a 5x5 for beginners, but I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinions. I don't think that you should just throw a true beginner into doing compound lifts. I think their form is going to be trash, especially if they are unsupervised, you know, working out on their own. I don't think it's a good idea to have a true beginner doing 5x5 with compound lifts, because they're probably going to hurt themselves. When you used to do 3 days, you did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, you could also do that, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and take the weekend off. Yeah, so either I would do 3 days a week. Each workout is your whole body, but they're like shuffled around. Or I would do push-pull legs, because most men don't care about working their legs a ton. So it would be upper body push, upper body pull, and then all lower body. Or you could do push pull full body, which would be like the whole front half of your body, including your upper and your lower, and then the whole back of your body, including your upper and your lower, and then doing one full body day. So it's kind of like, those are 3-day things. If you want to do 4 days a week, I would just do upper, lower, or push, pull. But you know priests from church that wild drunk parties when the new sacrament wine shipment arrived to the church? Oh my God. Yeah, so I think 5x5 is good for people that already know how to lift, but are switching from like bodybuilding or like general fitness and going into like serious like strength training, or a complete beginner under the supervision of a fitness professional that can help them with their form. Yeah, personally, I don't think it's a good idea to throw complete noobs into compound lifts without any supervision or any help. It's just, you're just asking to get hurt. It's asking to have trash form. Or like, you know, even if you don't have a trainer, but you're working out with a friend who has an idea of what they're doing, like that's okay. But yeah. But yeah, it really depends on the person. I don't know specifically what 5x5 does, but I don't think it really does hit all of the main areas. Like, I don't know the exact program, but I don't agree with that. I don't think it does. I think it mostly has you just doing squat, bench, and deadlift. For me, most of the main areas is not good enough. But, you know, if that's the program that you are on and it's hitting all of your needs, that's totally okay. It is a well thought out program. Yeah, I mean, you will certainly make muscle size gains doing 5x5, but that's, yeah, it just really depends on like what your goals are. Like if you want to like really focus more on your strength training, like go for it. It's a pretty good program. I don't think it's the best program out there. And it's not a program that somebody like can run forever. It's you hit it and then like after a while you're just like too strong. You can't do it anymore. You will, but that's not the focus. Yeah, you're welcome, Ryan. I mean, I think that if you are coming back from not working out for a while, like ease back into working out. Like, I don't think you don't need to go your first day back at the gym and go super hard. Like, start out with a program that's like relatively low volume. Get a feel for the weights again. I'm not sure if you like worked out prior to that, if you are detrained rather than a complete beginner. But like if you're going to a commercial gym, start out with like machines and see how you feel. Just like get some of the movements back. I think if you do an exercise for your chest, for your front shoulders, your side shoulders. You maybe don't even need one for your rear delts, but like it doesn't hurt. It helps usually most people. Biceps, triceps, your quads, your hamstrings, and your calves. Like you're doing pretty well. I don't think abs are necessary. I don't do abs. You're better off just like doing something else, especially if you don't have visible abs at this point in time. Don't really plan on getting them anytime soon. But yeah, just like something super generalized is really good. And like, try not to blast yourself too much. Maybe you start out, especially like your first couple weeks back, maybe you start out with like 2 sets. Maybe first 2 weeks, 2 sets for each muscle group. Maybe after a month or so, you do 3 sets of some exercises, but yeah. So Joey and I are helping, what time is it? Helping/training one of Joey's friends that's kind of new to working out. And I programmed them with a push-pull legs. It's Joey's friend and his friend's son, who's like, I think he's in his 20s. Honestly, I don't know, 20 something maybe. I have them both doing push-pull legs, and it's 2 sets of 3 workouts. So one push day is chest focused, the other push day is shoulder focused. One pull day is vertical pull focused, the other pull day is horizontal pull focused. And the leg days, one is quads focused, the other is hamstring focused. But the exercises, I mean, the workouts are only like 4 or 5 exercises each. I think the total sets is maybe like 12 or 13 for the entire workout. And it's not a lot, and they don't need to do a lot right now. I would like to think that like both of them are seeing some results just from doing 3-ish times a week with this program. But I don't think they can stay this way forever. They have to make some changes eventually, but it's seeing them through. Yeah. Also, if you're getting back into the gym, I really would suggest, I don't necessarily think that you need to make an entire lifestyle change where you start tracking your food and you start eating a ton of protein, but just like kind of prioritizing protein over other types of foods, So like eating a bigger portion of protein in your meals, maybe trying to add it into your snacks, like string cheese, Greek yogurt. I tell you what, pork rinds has a good amount of protein in it. It's not a low-calorie food, but sometimes I will choose pork rinds over regular chips just because it has more protein. But yeah, getting back into the gym, starting out slow, prioritizing protein. Maybe you add like 1 protein shake a day, whatever you're eating now. You just have 1 protein shake in the morning or at night. I told Joey's friends they need to have 2 protein shakes a day. I don't care where they're eating it, just like have 2 protein shakes throughout the day on top of whatever food you are already eating. Because I don't want them to make like a huge lifestyle change and then get really burned out. So, but it also does depend on the person. Some people just want to go like 0 to 100, but for me, I can't do that. It's got to be like kind of a gradual thing. So I hope that answers your question. I hope that's helpful. I know I went above and beyond, but I hope that's helpful. If you want like specific exercise recommendations or like a specific type of workout scheme, I can make recommendations as well. Lentil chips have more protein and less fat than ordinary chips. I have to look for lentil chips and see what they're like. I don't know if I've ever had them. I'm writing it down. It's helpful. Okay, I'm glad. I think the push-pull legs is a little bit easier if you're like doing everything yourself. So just think like, and honestly, if you are going to a commercial gym, just jump onto the machines. Like it's so much easier than trying to like start benching right away, even if it's dumbbell benching. Like start out with like as many machines as you can and then graduate to free weights if possible. So, you know, if you're doing push-pull legs, do like, push day is chest, shoulders, triceps. So I would say maybe you do like, if you can find a machine that has you chest pressing like this, do that. Do a machine that has you like doing an overhead shoulder press situation. And then if they have a lateral raise machine, do that. And then one tricep machine or on the cables. And that's 4 exercises. If you do 3 sets each or only 2 sets starting out, that would be great. That's exactly what you did today on the machines. Awesome. So for your pull day, I would recommend doing like a lat pull down this way. And then doing a rowing machine this way, right? So one goes down like this and one pulls back like this. And then if you have a reverse fly, a reverse pec deck, where your hands are in front of you and you go out. You did sets of 12, 10, and 8. That sounds really nice. That sounds good. I will say, like, you don't have to worry too much about like this very specific rep ranges, because you'll kind of like, Dr. Mike says, if you're not following Renaissance periodization, you basically are gonna build muscle anywhere between like 6 and 30 reps. So like I think it's nice to have like a goal in mind, but you don't have to like hold yourself back because of a certain rep range, or, you know, do what feels like better for you. Personally, I prefer like, I usually prefer higher rep range. Yo, Sega-san. Anyways, pull day, vertical pull, horizontal pull, reverse fly, and then do biceps. You can either do a machine biceps or just use the dumbbells. Just be careful you're not like swinging them. You know, if you're doing dumbbells, don't swing them. Sheesh. I feel like all my tights look like this though. Yeah. And then leg day, if you do like, at the very least, do leg extensions. So like leg extension is going out, and then leg curl, and then, well, first I guess you could do like a leg press, or a hack squat. What other leg machines are there? Belt squat. Do some kind of, or maybe you're doing Smith machine squats. If you're doing Smith machine squats, be careful. I would tell you, like, try to like push your back into it, like push your feet out in front of you a little bit and kind of like lean back into the bar and go up and down. Don't try to get exactly under it, because it's probably gonna like squish you. Yeah, can't go wrong with the leg press or hack squat. Yeah, whatever feels like the most comfortable for you, but do like one of those like bigger machines, and then do leg extensions, leg curls, and some kind of like calf raise. I would prefer like standing calf raises over seated calf raises. Even if you just like get on the edge of a machine and you like do them like this, just make sure you really stretch at the bottom. Don't go just from like, don't do it on the floor like this. Like elevate, let your heel hang off, and like really feel the stretch in the back of your leg. So yeah, and that, honestly, the same rep scheme that you've been doing, 3 sets, you can do 10, 12, 8, or whatever the heck. You can go up to 30 reps and you're totally okay. And honestly, that's a really great basic program for somebody going back to the gym. Let's just say, like, just be careful, like, don't blast yourself, you know, the first couple weeks back. Give your body a chance to get a little bit acclimated before you go like really, really hard. And honestly, that's basically the program I have Joey's friends on. So very similar. I think maybe I have them doing 2 chest exercises. I would say don't make the mistake of overemphasizing your chest and neglecting your lateral shoulders, the side of your shoulders. Because if you want that like kind of like Dorito shaped look, like you need to have like this part of your shoulder up. And if you do so much chest, it's gonna be all chest and your front shoulder, which can give you kind of like a gorilla-y look. I mean, if that's what you like that's fine. But for me, I'm going more for like that triangular look. Hope that's helpful. Harambe aesthetics. I legit knew somebody that like he benched so much he literally looked like that. Like he looked like this all the time. He had really bad posture and like he benched all the time and he just kind of like looked like this, and it was not super aesthetic IMO. Dorito look is definitely a description. Yeah, that's the look I'm going for. It's also, I usually put an emphasis on vertical pulling, because I like to emphasize more of like the width this way rather than like this way. I don't want to look like completely flat, like I don't have any muscles, like any thickness this way, but like I prefer to look like more shapely this way. I think for women, for what I perceive most women to want out of working out, I would probably have them, yeah, I am still in a cut, Sega-san. I'm probably gonna be cutting until September. I would probably have them on I'd probably do upper, lower. No, it would be push, pull, full body, but have more emphasis on the lower body. So I would start the days with like the lower body exercise and throw in a little bit of upper body at the end, right? So I probably would have them doing like 2 exercises on the push day, probably 2 exercises for the quads, and then maybe like probably like incline bench, maybe like 1 shoulder exercise and 1 tricep exercise, but have those be like fewer sets, like 2 exercises, probably like a leg press or squats or hack squats, for like a 3-day-a-week program for like beginners. This is like we're talking about like beginners. Yeah, I'd probably have them doing like some kind of squatting thingy, hack squat, leg press, regular squats, goblet squats, whatever. 3 sets of that, 3 sets of leg extensions of some sort, and then just like 2 sets of an incline chest, 2 sets of a shoulders, and 2 sets of triceps. On the pull day, I would have them start out probably with like a glute exercise, RDLs, sumo squats to really like a wide and deep. What else? Yeah, if there was like a specific glute machine at the gym or like a hip thrust machine at the gym, I would have them do that first. 3 sets of that, 3 sets of hamstring curls. If they have like seated hamstring or a standing hamstring, I like those better. And then 3 sets of calves. If they were really gung-ho, I would have them do the in machine for 2 sets on push day and the out machine 2 sets on the pull day. Some of the women that go to your gym are pretty strong. You saw them benching 185 for a few reps. It's like, damn, that's strong. She was strong all over, not just lower body. Yeah, I'm just, this is me. For sure, there are definitely women who don't follow the societal norm of wanting to have the slim, thick, like fitfluencer sort of body. And this is not me talking to those women. I love those women. They are absolutely killing it. I am that kind of woman that doesn't care about specifically getting the slim, thick look. But yeah, I'm talking about for what I perceive the general female population to want out of working out. Yeah, we're talking about different things. Oh yeah, all good. Yeah, so if this person was very gung-ho, I would probably have them doing the in and out machine as well, because that's a really good machine. And then on the pull day, I would probably just have them do 2 sets of vertical, 2 sets of horizontal, 2 sets of bicep. I probably wouldn't even like have them really doing a lot of like rear delts. If I was doing like different workouts for them, like a 3-day and a 3-day, I might have like rear delts on one of those days. I do think rear delts are like kind of important, but like not a lot of people care. I could also just like, depends on like what they have at their gym. A lot of machines, some really good like hammer strength machines will hit like kind of like this direction. I love the machines that hit like this direction because it gets like your upper back and your rear delts. But anyways, and then on the full body day, it would just be like kind of everything. One quad, one ham. No, I'd probably do 1 glute, 1 ham, 1 quad, and then 1 chest, 1 shoulders, 1 back, biceps, triceps, something like that. Something funny happened a few weeks back. There was a dude working out with his friend who is a woman, and he might have been trying to impress her on the leg press. And he started doing quarter reps. Ooh, yikes. His legs were like chicken legs compared to hers, and she was using the same weight with great ROM. Oof. Had an idea for a stream video, since you have that super basic beginner at home, maybe for one like next step for people who may have reached a point. Doesn't do much anymore. Maybe you need more new stuff. I mean, real talk, Dark. If you have ascended beyond like making gains with minimal or no equipment, you probably need to invest in more equipment or a gym membership, like straight up. Like that kind of a thing, that kind of a workout is for like somebody who is super beginner and like they have no access to anything. But like I said during that stream and in that video, that you are gonna get to the point where like it's not good enough anymore. Hey Megs, how are you? You love the leggings? Bombshell, baby. I love my bombshell leggings, always. My favorites, always. Like, yeah. Like I can do a similar video with like bands that aren't like crazy expensive, but it honestly just gets to the point where you have to be okay with maintaining and doing a bunch of reps with like really low weight, or you invest in more weight. Just reach faster than you thought you would. I mean, I'm not really surprised personally. It's just like, that's how it is when you have testosterone. Yeah, But I will also tell you to like keep in mind that up to like 30 reps is okay. So like if you are doing well with the workouts, but you're maybe getting like 20 reps, you can still keep pushing for more reps. You know what I'm saying? But at some point it does get to it's just like it's cardio, but you know. Sleep gains are important too, yeah, for sure. My sleep gains are pretty awful, pretty bad. Yeah. You can also do some psychotic bodyweight workouts with super high reps and sets and low rest at some point. Do one of those for a while. Yeah, well, the thing is with Dark is that I think generally speaking, working out at home. Oh, your video is behind. Also getting your bike back. Cardio is shit. Yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah, so some ways that you can like keep doing the current workout you are doing, but make them more difficult is reducing the amount of rest you're taking in between sets. You can slow down your reps. So like if you're doing push-ups, instead of doing them like this, do them like really, really slowly. Count 1, 2, 3, like down 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, stuff like that. You know, doing stuff. Trying to think. I am doing well. Thank you for asking, Megs. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, thank you. What did you end up eating after your gym session? Yeah. And like, have you really maxed out the amount of weight that you can use with the stuff you have around the house? Like really, truly, have you maxed that out? You had a Factor meal, shredded chicken taco bowl, 'twas yummy. I've heard good things about Factor, but I just like, I usually just cook my own food. Like, it does seem like a really nice option for people that are like super busy though. I just like I work from home and stuff like that, so it doesn't seem worth it. Like even Joey, like, usually doesn't get a chance to eat at work, even if I like made food for him or like bought something for him to take. It's really good and makes for an easy meal. Yeah, I've heard really good things about their food. So it's cool that you are like partnered up with them, question mark. But yeah, play with time under tension. Could you do a push-up without using hands, just using core? I mean, you can do Superman's. It's not really a push-up. It uses like your back, but I don't think it's a super effective exercise. It's basically like you're laying down and you like go like this, but it's like an isometric exercise that's probably not super effective. Try to make your own meals too, but sometimes you don't want to think, yeah, for sure. Not sponsored anymore, but you want to do another one in the future? Gotcha. Be interested to see math on Factor when compared to like a Costco bodybuilder. Well, the thing about like, you probably are paying more, but it's like, it's like you have to factor in the amount of time as well, right? So you probably are paying more per meal, but you're paying less in the amount of time, right? So like I might be able to buy all the ingredients for the same amount of meals at Costco for like half of the price. You know, so quote me on that. But then I then have to spend hours of my time like cooking those things up. So, I mean, if I factor in like my hourly wage, like my work hourly wage, like that could end up being like a ton of time and money. You know, you get more weighted stuff for like push-ups and squat, but the shoulder bicep stuff, you're maxed out. You like, how much is 5 kg? It's like 10 pounds. Are you telling me, Dark, that you cannot get a bag? This was my suggestion, remember? Get a bag, a grocery shopping bag, and fill it with a bunch of shit, and like do your biceps and triceps, everything with that, and do your shoulders. And you cannot make 3 to 5 kg with stuff in a bag? Are you telling me that right now? Is that what you're telling me? I'm calling you out. Oh, that's what you want to see, like a formula that takes time into account? That's what I'm saying. Have you truly maxed out what you can do with like shit around the house? Like, seriously. You can, but it's like, the way it swings is really fucking you up. Slow down your reps and keep it really controlled, okay? You shouldn't be, if you are doing it really slow and controlled, it shouldn't be just like swinging around willy-nilly. You can also like hold it this way, choke up on the bag, and hold it this way so it swings around less. Try doing the curls with your backpack, kept whacking your knees even when doing it slowly. What if you hold it out farther to your side, like this, instead of like here? Hold it out here and do it. Used to brute stick with MRE boxes on the end for squats during deployment? Yeah. Okay, try it. Because like, I'm not trying to like weight shame anybody, but like, the bare minimum that my adjustable dumbbells goes is like 6 pounds. Yeah, I mean, and you don't have to fill it with water. Like, fill it with something else. Fill it with sand. I think sand is sand heavier than water? Fill it with water and sand. Yeah, I mean, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can push this program farther than you've been taking it, and you just have to be creative with the way that you are doing the weights and doing the exercises. Yeah. And like I said, do things like really slowly. Even like when you're doing your shoulders. Bring it up, hold it for like a second, and bring it down really slowly. Up really slowly, down really slowly. Don't let it rest. Go straight back up really slowly. Time your break in between, you know? 30 seconds for things that aren't super cardio intensive. 1 minute for things that, you know, like squats or push-ups that are a little bit more full body. Using door frame, just the door frame, that is janky, bro. That's janky as hell. Yeah. Not trying to be mean. Not trying to call you out in a mean way, but like, a bit off topic, but how do you having a basement gym, does it get pretty cold in the future? You'd love to build a basement home gym. It's really nice in the summer because it is a little bit cooler down here. I don't know what the exact temperature is because I don't have a thermometer down here, but it's very nice in the summer. It can get a little chilly in the winter, but I don't know where you're living at now, Megs, but like Maryland, we get all weather. So it gets like 90s and 100s in the summer, and it gets like below freezing in the winter. So we get everything. But Colorado, so that gets pretty cold. We can make do with a space heater. I actually don't think we used it last year, this previous year, but in the past, we have just had like one space heater that we kind of just like stand near in between sets. It does get quite chilly, but in my opinion, it's not unbearable. I think the thing that I don't really prefer about a basement gym, and this is very specific to us, is that sometimes during like really heavy rainfall, so this door goes outside, there's a drain. If the drain gets covered with like leaves and stuff, sometimes water will come inside the house. That's the only thing that's kind of like the really worst. But the temperature for us is not that bad. But it might be different considering the climate that you're in now. The temperature might be just like way worse. Yeah, generally speaking, it's pretty nice. It's pretty sweet. There's probably stuff that you could do to help insulate your basement as well. Like if you have like a door that goes outside, just like putting something in front of like any cracks would keep it from getting cold air underneath. Or like even putting like heavy curtains on the walls might help with that as well. Just insulate it a little better. But yeah, generally speaking, I like having the home gym in the basement. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice down here. Husband, I don't want to live here forever, so we're looking at places farther south. So you'd love to have a dedicated home gym space. Yeah, I do. Some places don't have basements. Yeah, at a home gym here in Canada, you definitely do a basement, not in the garage. Yeah, I definitely think that like a basement, if you have like a mostly finished basement, I think a basement gym is far superior to a garage gym. Personally speaking, I think a basement gym, if your basement is like mostly finished, is superior to a garage gym. However, if your basement is completely unfinished, the floors are all fucked up, and like the walls have no insulation, it's probably gonna be pretty brutal. But we have this like finished area in our gym. We most likely have more space in a basement. Yeah, I mean, I think that would depend on if you have like a lot of other stuff in your basement as well. We have a pretty big house, so we have a good amount of space. It also depends on your garage. You know, if you have like a 2-car garage, was it the house? Yeah, the house we had before this, we had a 2-car garage that we converted into a gym, but we actually sealed the garage door. We did not use it as a garage at all. We sealed the garage door, and that was more than enough space for like the squat rack. What do we have in there? The squat rack, the cable machine, and the DDR machine, and our dumbbells. We did not have like these leg machines, but we still had like a good amount of equipment in there. So yeah, like if you have a 2-car garage, you can make that a pretty nice space. But if you have to share your garage with a car, not as ideal. But yeah, I don't prefer a garage gym, especially if you have like sloped floors. We had sloped floors in the garage of our previous house, and it fucked Joey up because he was deadlifting at a deficit. He was always deadlifting at a deficit because he was standing on the slope like this. I mean, like it was sloping down this way. So when he deadlifted, it was like slightly at a deficit. But it didn't bother me, but it made a big difference for him. Yeah, and also like if you have like a sloping floor, you always have to lift in one direction, because if you lift in the other direction, you'll be like off like this. Do you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You'll be off like this way or this way. You always have to lift with the grain of the slope. Is that the right word? But yeah, big fan of the basement gym. If it's a finished basement, if you have space in your basement that's finished. I would probably like it a lot less if it was an unfinished basement. But even the unfinished part of our basement has insulation on the walls. It's just exposed. It has like plastic tarp on it that's like stapled, that's like held down. So it's not like the worst back there, but like it's also not the best. Slopey ass garage. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. I mean, to be honest, it could be contributing to your back situation, you know, if you're lifting against the grain of the slope. Like I said, even lifting with the grain, Joey fucked up his back, or you know, it wasn't like super fucked up, but you know, it wasn't the best for him because he was deadlifting at a deficit. And he already kind of like deadlifts pretty high, like his ass is a little high when he deadlifts. So like imagine it was more like this. That's even more like lower back. Now you got a commercial gym membership? Hell yeah. Maybe someday Daya will get a commercial gym membership and like use stuff that's not fucky. I keep saying, if I lived closer to DMV Iron, I would probably get a gym membership and go there pretty often because it's a really nice gym. My friend goes to one of them. That's where I went out. His weird ass exercises. And it's not even like that the exercises are that weird. It's just like the equipment is not that great. Why isn't Daya getting a gym membership? Because he don't want to, because he's stubborn. I think he should. He likes to stream. He likes to talk with his friends on stream, but if he lives close to like a really nice gym, apparently actually we do have a really nice gym in the area, but it's like $80 a month, and I'm just like, that's a little much. He needs us to annoy him. Yeah, he needs his stream therapy. That's what he needs. He's probably listening right now. No, you know what? He might be actually working. This work has been really fucked up lately. I feel like I want to be able to do like elegant things with my hands, but I can't. Also, I guess I want to mention, this is like, I don't remember what specific week it is, but there's a week in August coming up that I will be in New York City for work, and I will not be streaming. Costco question, what's your Costco question? check them figure boxes were. I mean, yeah, I mean, out of all the things, I think figure is definitely the one for me. I just like, their posing seems simple, more simple than some of the other divisions. I'm just really awkward. I'm trying to like, does Costco do a credit card? I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. I don't have it though. Also just haven't been working out my back much because of this situation, and I don't feel like I engage it that well. Do I know people that have it? No, I do not. I'm not sure what the benefits are, but generally speaking, I don't think the benefits are better than if you used a different credit card that had better benefits. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I will not get a Target credit card because I get better benefits from my Chase card and my Amex card. Do you know what I'm saying? I also don't shop at Target that much, but maybe the benefits are worth it if you do most of your shopping. I just don't think Target's the best place to go for groceries, if I'm honest. Yeah. So, but I will say I have the Costco executive membership. So it's like double the price of the regular membership. So in the US, as far as I remember, regular membership is $60 a year and the executive membership is $120 a year, but you get cash back on the executive membership. So if I get more than $60 of cash back, then it's worth it for me. You know, right? That makes sense. Because if I take the $120 and I subtract the regular $60 membership, and then, so I paid an extra $60. So if that check cancels out that $60 extra, then I made money off of it, which I usually do. Yeah. So for us, because we're only a 2-person household, it usually doesn't pay much more, but it usually does cancel it out. Yeah. Pays for itself. Yeah. I think it's probably, most people should probably get it. You always want to visit New York to see a theater show and try all the foods in there. I mean, straight up, it's like a work trip. I'm probably also, depending, I'm also visiting some friends. I might also do a photo shoot with another friend, a separate friend. But I'm honestly, I'm not going to be having a good time. I'm going to try to stick to my diet as good as possible. I'm not going to be able to go out and like eat a bunch of good food. I don't really care about theater shows. We have to, as part of like this work thing, we have to do activities, but it's like it's with your coworkers. So I do have some coworkers I like, but we were like, okay, everybody pick whatever you want to do, like for real, what you want to do. Like, don't pick so that we all do it together. It was like, and we're like, okay. Because there's like one thing where you can go to like a baseball game, and I was like, I hate baseball. It's so boring. I'm sorry if you like baseball. I just cannot get into baseball. I don't care. And like, they have food there, but it's all like concession stand food. And I was like, I can't eat any of that. So I'm doing something else that my one work friend, other than my one work friend. So yeah, it's like, it's very much gonna be mostly work stuff and not even gonna be able to eat like, eat that much because I'm gonna try to stick to my diet. I'm gonna try to work out at the hotel. I think the hotel has a nice gym. You feel the same? And this is like, no, we're not going to the zoo, but also we have a really nice, I will also say this about myself, because I grew up near DC, I have been to many, many, many really nice museums, like And we also have a zoo. And we also, Joey and Ariel and I went to the zoo in Tokyo last time we went. So like, there's nothing in New York that I especially care about that I haven't already been to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sega-san. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. It's gonna be just like regular concession stand sort of foods. But yeah, I have had a lot of experience with baseball in my lifetime. I'm not just saying like I hate baseball because I don't understand baseball or I don't know about baseball. I have been to many baseball games. I've watched a lot of baseball on TV. My brother played baseball for many years, and it is, in my opinion, just an incredibly boring game to spectate. I'm just not into it. I mean, I don't really like sports ball in general, but like baseball I think is especially boring to watch. Yeah, but I do have to, I think some of the other things were like, so instead of the baseball, I'm choosing to do like a cooking thing, like a cooking demo, which is also not my favorite because I'm on a diet, but I had to pick one. And then other activities, I chose like art museums, even though I don't care because I just don't. I'm just straight. It's just like, it's better than doing my regular work. And it's all paid for. I do like volleyball. Volleyball is really fun to watch. I like beach volleyball and court volleyball, like indoor volleyball. Both are fun to watch. Sumo wrestling was really fun to watch, but it's not really a ball. That's not a sports ball. But I would even say like basketball. I don't know anything about basketball, but I think basketball is probably more exciting to watch than baseball. Football is more exciting to watch than baseball. The thing that makes football boring and annoying to watch is all the commercials. If they just played the game and it was exciting, it'd be more fun. Haikyuu finally getting a final arc animated movie, finally, bro. Remember how youth sports is such a crazy thing. Like families go into debt to make their kids play all kinds of sports. I mean, I don't know about anybody that went into debt getting their kids to play sports. But yeah, I mean, sports are pretty big in the US. I think part of it is just like the prestige of like, like how like a lot of like sports names, they're like straight up celebrities in the US. I don't know if it's really like that in other countries, but that's totally a thing. But it's also like, if you are really good at sports, you can get like a full ride scholarship to some really good colleges because they want you for their sports team, which is, I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids. My parents never forced me to play sports. I didn't play sports when I was a kid. My brother played sports until he didn't want to play sports, and then he didn't play sports anymore. So yeah, it's kind of whatever. Seemingly a thing that happens from a podcast host and former D1 college athlete. What is seemingly a thing? The debt thing? Yeah. I usually think of high school American football. Football/soccer players in Europe tend to be like semi-big celebrities. You heard it in a podcast, gotcha. Yeah, I don't have any experience with that. I don't know anybody like that, but it could just be like from my general, like what I know about, like the people I know. I don't know anybody that's gone into debt sending their kids to play sports. If anything, it's more like kids want to do activities, but their family isn't able to afford it. I did swimming. I did swimming for a few seasons, and then I was like, no, this water is too cold. I don't want to do this. And then my parents were like, fine, okay, you don't have to do this. My parents didn't force me to do stuff. They tried, if I wanted to do something, I was able to try it out, but I didn't really stick with anything and they didn't try to force me. So I did gymnastics for like a little bit when I was a kid, but they didn't try to force me when I was kind of like, meh. I did swimming for a couple summers, and then I was like, the swimming season starts super early, and the water was so cold. It was outdoors. I was like, this is too cold. I can't take it. So I stopped. And after that, it just didn't really. I was more of like an art guy instead of a sports guy. But my brother played baseball until he took a baseball to the face and cracked his skull, and then he was like, nah. It's like, I'm done with this. I was like, understandable. I didn't say that, but it was like, he took a fly ball to the face. I wouldn't want to play baseball either. Cold water is not it, bro. It was so cold. I was like a skinny little kid. One thing we don't do in Europe is the whole high school, college sports teams that makes that into a big deal. Literally, okay, so literally, he was in the outfield. It was a baseball game at night. It was at night, and they have these big, bright lights that shine down on the field. So he was in the outfield. Somebody hit a ball, a fly ball. He goes to catch it, and he's blinded by the lights, and he misses. He doesn't catch the ball, and it hits him in the head, and it cracked his skull. It wasn't like devastating. Like he was fucked up. I think maybe they had to take him to the hospital, but like it was just like a little crack. It wasn't like, obviously it's not good, but it wasn't like the end of the world. He wasn't like debilitated for the rest of his life or something like that. But I mean, understandably, he didn't want to play baseball anymore after that. You know what, my dad, for a long time, he was a women's softball umpire. He was really into that for a while. He was like not a coach, he was an umpire. He was like really into like girls and women's like softball. He used to watch it on the TV all the time. I'm like, this is just as boring as baseball. Yeah, it was just a little crack. But you know what I mean? He wasn't like, you know, he probably could have taken permanent brain damage, but he's fine. But you know what I'm saying? Understandably, he was not interested in playing baseball anymore. This is not off the record, but my brother is probably significantly healthier than I am, but doesn't look like it at all. He's really into cycling, but he's also really into food and alcohol. So he doesn't look like he does anything. And I am the opposite. I play Minecraft all night and I work out for like a couple hours, a couple times a week. And I just control my food intake, and people think I'm, you know, I look like I do stuff. Is that healthier though? I mean, in terms of like, oh, he used to also play Frisbee. He was super into Frisbee. I mean, having a little bit of, he's not like an alcoholic. Having a little bit of alcohol here and there is not gonna like ruin your entire life. In terms of like cardiovascular health, he is definitely like healthier than I am, for sure. I mean, if he tried to lift weights, he probably would be stronger than me on some stuff. Because just like what he does, and also being like a dude. But yeah, I mean, he's not like obese, but he doesn't look like he works out at all, in my opinion. And that's totally okay, by the way. 100% okay. As long as you're okay with it. And he is very okay with it. I look at the food that he eats on Instagram. I just like lurk. And I look at the food, and the food looks really good. But I would take significant psychic damage if I lived at a much higher body fat percentage than I am, if that makes sense. So that's why I work out and I control what I eat. Yeah, no, like for real. And I'm not like afraid to admit it. You know, I don't feel some type of way. I can tell you with 100% certainty, I would feel really bad about myself if I was at a certain body fat percentage or above. And like, that's why I work out and that's why I control what I eat. And my appearance is very important to me. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I have the beneficial side effect of being relatively strong and mostly healthy, which is good. Yeah. I think it's unrealistic to put a complete and 100% emphasis on only working out for like health benefits, if I'm completely honest. Most people do it for both, even if they say, oh, I just want to be a little bit healthy, or I just want, you know, this and that. Usually it's some combination of both. And I will tell you, like for me, my combination is like much more focused on appearance and slightly less focused on health. Maybe somebody else's is more focused on health and less on appearance, which is totally okay. I think both are fine. Personally, I think both are fine. I would love to tell the internet that I am doing this for my overall health and wellness, and that I can be truly body neutral and not care what I look like, but that is like a straight up falsehood. And I think it's more important to be realistic with yourself and with other people than it is to try to push an agenda, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's also one of the reasons that I don't take like steroids or performance enhancing drugs, is because I think it would very negatively affect my appearance, and that would be fucked up. You know, in some ways it would affect them in a way that I would like, but in a lot of ways it would affect it in a way I don't like. If that makes sense. I think I'm starting to get this. Anyways, I'm gonna end stream now. Are there any other pressing comments, questions, or concerns that I can answer or respond to right now before I head out for the day? Also, I need to find my phone. I don't know where it went. I just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of the stream, or if you watched the VOD. I super appreciate it. Your watch hours really, really, really do help and count. I guess I want to say that I didn't really make an announcement or anything, but I qualify for YouTube memberships. I'm not going to apply for it because I don't want to have memberships. Like, I don't want to do like the whole Twitch sub thing or the YouTube join thing. Like, I'm just super not interested. But you know, I just wanted to say thank you because that is a milestone, even though I haven't been putting a ton of effort into like making dedicated videos for YouTube. And probably a lot of it is Joey just having my videos on repeat, but I just do want to say thank you so much to anybody that comes to the streams or has watched my videos or is watching the VODs, because the watch hours actually really truly do help me out. So thank you. I'm gonna try my best to keep up with the live streams as best as I can. You know, given my kind of like waning mental health, I guess. This group of three went trained together, and one of them was a bit more muscular than the rest with a deeper voice. I was like, are you on the stuff? No. W stream Have a good one. Okay, thank you, Corsair. Thank you, Sega Sun. Thank you, Urban Brands. Thank you, Goalie. Thank you, Dark. Thank you, Zezel. Thank you to everybody else at home watching. I super appreciate you. Thank you, Mopar. Have a good rest of your day, night, and I will see you all in the Discord, which is linked in the description. If you'd like to join the Discord, you can catch us over there. It's pretty chill. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday around the same time, 4:30 Eastern. If you would like to subscribe and you haven't done so already, you can subscribe right here. If you would like to feed the algorithm and watch what YouTube is recommending, you can do that here. And this is where the playlist is if you want to watch some other live streams. Okay, thank you. Bye.